Buka informasi pertama dari banjir yang menerjang permukiman di Samarinda, Kalimantan Timur. Hujan deras berjam-jam membuat volume air meningkat dan menyebabkan banjir. Warga pun terpaksa menerobos banjir agar bisa beraktivitas.
Di tengah derasnya banjir, sejumlah warga Kecamatan Mugirjo, Samarinda, Kalimantan Timur berupaya menyelamatkan diri ke tempat yang lebih aman. Warga bergegas keluar dari rumah karena ketinggian air yang merendam permukiman mereka. Menurut warga, banjir terjadi usai kawasan tersebut diguyur hujan deras sejak Selasa subuh. Hujan sempat mereda, namun kembali turun hingga membuat volume air semakin meningkat.
Ini Rin, ini diagramnya sampai sedada. Dan ini berlangsung mulai dari jam 6 pagi tadi sampai sekarang.
Nah, sehingga saat ini ada berapa rumah kira-kira yang terdampak ini?
Kalau gang Rizka sendiri kurang lebih 20 rumah. Yang terdampak betul yang rumah itu ada sekitar 18 rumah.
Tak hanya di kawasan Mugirjo, banjir juga merendam Kecamatan Sungai Pinang. Beberapa warga yang mengendarai motor terpaksa mendorong kendaraannya agar tidak mogok saat menerobos banjir. Selain menghambat aktivitas warga, pelaku usaha seperti pemilik warung juga terdampak sepinya pembeli karena banjir turut menggenangi jalan. Warga berharap curah hujan yang tinggi segera berhenti agar air surut dan aktivitas mereka bisa kembali normal. Amir Hamzah melaporkan dari Samarinda, Kalimantan Timur.
Guys, do you know about the problem in Samarinda? We have to discuss about the problem.
What the problem?
The problem is flooding in Samarinda occurred due to the heavy rain that poured over the city from, from Monday night to early Tuesday morning. And it causes water logging in various areas. What causes?
Flooding in Samarinda is usually caused by combination of natural of human factors like high rainfall, topography and heights, urbanization and infrastructure growth, and drainage system.
Is a natural phenomenon that occurs when a large volume of water flows across the land in a short period of time, exceeding the capacity of normal water channels like rivers and streams. This often happens due to heavy rainfall, sudden snowmelt, or the failure of dams and natural barriers. Factors such as the absence of proper vegetation cover, deforestation, uncontrolled urban development in floodpaths, and climate change can also increase the likelihood of flooding.
So, this is the effects of floods on people by examining their physical, emotional, economic, and societal impacts. First, loss of life and physical injuries. Floods are among the deadliest natural disasters. Rapidly rising water can sweep away people, vehicle, and entire structure. Drowning is also leading cause of death, but electrocution, falling debris, and waterborne illnesses can also be fatal. The second one, displacement and homelessness. When floods destroy homes, many families are forced to evacuate, often leaving everything behind. Some are able to move into shelters or temporary housing, but many face prolonged displacement. In some cases, people may never return to their original homes due to long-term flood damage. The third one is health issues and disease outbreaks. Flood water mixed with sewage, industrial waste, and toxin, leading to severe health problems. Common illnesses include waterborne disease, respiratory infection, vector-borne disease, and skin infection. The last one is economic impact and job loss. Flood can cripple economies by damaging business and industry, destroying farms and crops, interrupting transportation and supply chains, and also increasing insurance claims and rebuilding expenses.
How nature is affected. Floods don't just impact people, they also take a big toll on the environment. Here's how nature gets hit. Animals and their homes get disturbed when floodwater rise. They can wipe out natural habitats. They leave many animals without shelter, and sadly some don't survive. Filtered water. Floods often carry all sorts of waste like trash, sewage, and harmful chemicals into rivers, lakes, and oceans. This can seriously harm water quality and the creatures living in it. Loss of good soil. Flood water can wash away the top layer of soil, which is the most fertile part. This makes it harder for farmers to grow crops. River change. Flood can reshape rivers by making them wider, shifting their usual paths, or piling up large amount of mud and sand downstream. But it's not all bad. Floods can also play a positive role in nature. In certain areas, like wetlands and floodplains, seasonal flooding is actually a good thing. It helps keep ecosystem healthy and bring in fresh nutrients that plants and animals need to thrive.
Flood in action. Floodwaters roared through Himachal Pradesh, destroying everything in the way. Several caught-on-camera moments put the sheer power of this flood in perspective as it tore through cities and neighborhoods. The water washed away cars and destroyed buildings, leaving Indians to marvel at the sheer power of Mother Nature.
To prevent flooding, individuals, communities, and governments can take several steps. First one is proper urban planning. Avoid building houses and infrastructure in flood-prone areas. Using topographical data and flood history can help in deciding safer settlements.
Two is environmental conservation. So the forest, wetland, and natural water absorption area help reduce flood risk. They prevent deforestation and engage in reforestation effort.
So, number 3, effective drainage system. Regular maintenance of water channel and drainage system is crucial to prevent blockage. Government should invest in large-scale drainage solutions.
4. Flood control infrastructure. Structure like dams, reservoirs, levees, and canals help regulate and redirect excess water during heavy rainfall.
Community awareness and education. People should be aware of flood risks and safety measures. Disaster preparedness campaign and simulation can be beneficial.
Individuals and families should prepare emergency kits containing food, drinking water, flashlight, medicine, and important documents. Having evacuation notice planning is also essential. And with proper education, people can understand the importance of environmental protection and responsible urban development, but of which play a major role in preventing floods. Would you like to summarize this visually a format into presentation or article?
Torrential rains swept through large parts of central China, overwhelming drainage systems and flooding urban streets. In the heart of Zhengzhou, vehicles floated like paper boats as underpasses filled with water in minutes. Emergency sirens echoed throughout the city as authorities urged The subway system shut down completely after several stations were flooded, trapping passengers underground. Hospitals operated under extreme pressure, with backup generators powering life-saving equipment during outages. In rural Henan, fields turned into swamps, dealing a severe blow to local farmers. Videos showed dramatic rescues, including a child being pulled from a sinking car just in time. Authorities released controlled floodwater from dams to prevent total collapse, causing more downstream flooding. Evacuation centers quickly filled with thousands seeking shelter from the rising waters.
Disrupt the normal flow of life's activities. It is important to know what to do and not to do in times of floods. Even if you live in a locality with a low risk of flooding, know that anywhere it rains, it can flood. Not having experienced floods in the past does not mean you will not in the future. Keep in mind that floods risk is not just based on history. Firstly, the Jews before floods. 1. Be at home if high tide and heavy rains occur simultaneously, and put all valuables at a higher place in the house. 2. Listen to weather updates on local radios and televisions from time to time and act accordingly. 3. Remove waste, plastic bags, plastic bottles and drains. 4. If possible, build barriers to stop flood water from entering your building and seal walls and basements with waterproofing compounds. 5. Evacuate low-lying areas and shift to safer places. While evacuating or shifting, ensure that each person has lantern, torch, some edibles, drinking water, dry clothes and necessary documents. 6. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. If you are enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's continue. Secondly, the do's during floods. 1. Obey orders given by government and weather experts and shift to a safer place. 2. As you shift, secure your home. If you have time, bring in outdoor furniture and move essential items to a higher place. 3. Turn off utilities at the main switches and disconnect electrical and gas appliances, but do not touch electrical equipment or open wires if you are wet or standing in water. 4. Carry your emergency kit and inform your family and friends of your destination. 5. Go to a safe place and then try to listen to a radio or television for information and updates. 6. If flash flooding occurs, move immediately to higher ground without waiting for instructions to move. 7. As much as possible, avoid contact with flood water, as it may be contaminated with sewage, oil, chemicals or other substances. 8. Stay away from power lines. Electrical current can travel through water. If any power lines are down, report to the power company. 9. Walk carefully in flood water. The ground and floors are often covered with debris, which may include broken bottles, sharp objects, nails, etc. Also, floors and stairs covered with mud and debris can be slippery.
In urban areas, paved surfaces like asphalt and concrete reduce water absorption into the soil, causing rainwater to quickly run off across the surface. As a result, cities are more vulnerable to flash floods. Understanding the causes of floods is crucial for implementing preventive measures and reducing both human and economic losses. Types of floods and their differences. Floods can be classified into various types based on their causes and locations. One common type is the flash flood, which happens rapidly, within minutes or hours after heavy rainfall, and on their causes and locations. One common type is the flash flood, which happens rapidly, within minutes or hours after heavy rainfall, and spreads quickly through the area. Preparedness and effective response during flood emergencies. Devastating effects of floods on humans and the environment. Floods are among the most destructive natural disasters, causing significant harm to human communities and the environment. For people, floods destroy homes, infrastructure, roads, bridges and vehicles, and in severe cases claim thousands of lives. Economically, floods damage agricultural products, ruin farmlands, kill livestock and reduce food production, which can have national and even global consequences. Environmentally, floods contribute to soil erosion, contaminate water sources with chemicals, sewage and debris, and destroy animal habitats. Additionally, changes in river courses and erosion of riverbeds can disrupt the ecological balance of affected regions. In short, floods harm both human life and nature, highlighting the need for better prevention and planning. Flood prevention and management strategies to minimize the damage caused by floods. Preventive strategies and effective crisis management are essential. One key measure is the construction of dams, diversion channels, and proper drainage systems to control and redirect large volumes of water.
Flooding causes more deaths worldwide than any other disaster apart from famine. They can occur in a number of ways. As water falls to the ground, it will seep away into the soil. But if it falls faster than the ground can absorb it, there will be a risk of flooding.
One of the biggest changes that we've seen in terms of flood risk has been because of the way we've managed our landscape. So we now have a lot of concrete areas, which means that if it rains, it's going to run off really, really quickly to the river, and we're going to get those high flood peaks. So when we change our landscape in this way, we can't use that landscape as a natural defense against floods anymore. It won't soak up that rainwater like a sponge. Instead, it will cause the water to run off really quickly to the river.
Cities contain systems and infrastructure to transport rainwater into appropriate basins and reservoirs. Usually, the infrastructure does its job, and you never have to think about where the rain goes when it runs off.
The problem with the drainage system is dimension. So the dimension of the drainage system is usually very low. It's built to get rid of the normal rainfall in a normal year. And if you have extreme rainfall, you have too much rain for the drainage system, and you get the urban flooding problem.
Because the water can't drain fast enough, it will begin to rise, sometimes into homes. If the water drainage for the city discharges into a river, this can also cause flooding. There are many different ways in which flooding can occur. Overbank flooding happens when too much water from rain or the melting of ice tries to flow down a natural course like a river.